everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
Coach, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now Taylor under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Taylor. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
55, Mike, 55. Here I come. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be second down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Short. 58, Mike. Let's go, defense.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
You think you gonna get this? Hey, alert 3.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there, 55. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Time to go, night. 58, boys, 58, Mike. All day, just like that. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And His throw's going to be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On third down, Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Go! 50, plant.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Now it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. The DN Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Go. 70.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Set 18 Gator.
Watch left.
Get it. Play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Hopkins. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. He'll drop to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We got 6 all day.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, G, get off the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. You don't see me.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good job. Good job.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken at the 3. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
First down, Jaguars.
56.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
90 Wolf.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Traquan Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded at the 2. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now Taylor to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Taylor. Complete to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Mike.
Taylor will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
It's just me and you. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Go small. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Taylor to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
58 is Mike. You must have 58's the Mike.
4th down. Here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll drop the throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Safety's grip. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right? Off. Exit, exit. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
58, come on. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Mullins now. A familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go, go, go. 58, 58 is Mike. Shut up.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. It's caught by Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
58 is Mike. 58 is Mike. Too little, Cupcake.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. It's caught by Bryant. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
It's our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man, it's Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From just shy of midfield, Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. All day. All day.
58's the Mike. 58. 58's the Mike.
Taylor. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike, 55.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Go, run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Bryant has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Hey, I'm coming. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55, no small.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
58 to Mike.
Now Taylor on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.